Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with the beautiful Karina, my lovely prometida, and we're waiting for our K1 visa to get adjudicated at the service center in California, USA. Our NOA1 letter date is April 18th, 2022. So we are still waiting and waiting and waiting. But a lot of you guys are getting your NOA2 letters, which is great news. We're happy to hear that. Now, this video is about the U.S. Embassy in Guyana, a little bit about Guyana. And Guyana, which is officially called the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, is a country on the northern mainland of South America. And Karina is from Venezuela, which is near Guyana, but she is a legal resident of Bogota, Colombia. And Colombia is south of beautiful Guyana. And I live in the panhandle of Florida near Pensacola, north of Navarre Beach, and Navarre Beach is where we're going to get married. Come on along, let's explore Guyana. Now, Guyana is an indigenous word which means the land of many waters, okay? And the capital city is Georgetown, which is where the U.S. Embassy is located, which is where you're going to be going to get your K1 visa. Guyana is bordered by the Atlantic Ocean to the north, beautiful Brazil to the south and southwest, beautiful Venezuela to the west, and Suriname to the east. So there's lots of friendly people all around beautiful Guyana. Now, Guyana is 83,000 square miles, which makes it the third smallest sovereign state by area in mainland South America. So it's a small place, okay? After Uruguay and Suriname, okay? And it is the second least populous state in South America after Suriname. So Suriname gets the prize for being the least populous place in South America. Guyana's economy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, has been undergoing a massive transformation since the discovery of crude oil, boys and girls, in 2015. And commercial drilling started in 2019. So they are drilling, baby, drilling. Okay? And being one of the only economies to grow despite the pandemic in 2020. So when COVID shut the world down, Guyana didn't close. They kept growing. And they have a staggering 49% gross domestic product through the year, making it, by some accounts, the world's fastest growing economy. So I like to hear that. Says the people in Guyana, you're employed, you're making lots of money, and hopefully you got lots of cash to spend on your family and friends. Now, due to Guyana's small population and as much as 11 billion barrels in oil reserves, that's a lot of oil, the country is on course to become one of the largest per capita oil producers in the world by 2030. And that's not much farther down the road, ladies and gentlemen. You guys will, watching this video, you will all have your K1 visas and you'll be married by then in America. Now, the country can be divided into 5 natural regions, okay? A narrow, fertile, marshy plain along the Atlantic coast, which is a low coastal plain. Now, this is where everybody lives pretty much. They have a white sand belt, okay, inland, which is hilly sand and clay region. And this is where Guyana has most of its mineral deposits. And then they have the dense rainforest, which is the forested highland region in the southern part of the country. And then they have the dry savanna areas in the southwest, with the smallest interior lowlands interior of the country. Now, Guyana, they have mountains, okay, that gradually rise up into the border with Brazil. And the highest mountain is in Guyana on the Brazilian Guyana-Venezuelan tri-point border, which is part of the Pacaraima range, is Mount Roraima, okay? And Guyana's mountaintop is called the Tepuis. Now, South Africa has Table Mountain. I remember that. And Guyana's tabletop mountains are said to have been the inspiration of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's 1912 novel, The Lost World. Now, you guys read that book, I'm sure, back when you was in high school. Now, the climate is tropical in Guyana and generally hot and humid, though moderated by northeast trade winds along the coast. There are 2 rainy seasons. Good gracious, 2 rainy seasons in Guyana? Oh my goodness. And the first is from May to mid-August, and then the second is from November to mid-January. So if you want to visit Guyana on vacation without getting wet, don't go between May or August or November and January. Now, with all these millions and millions and millions of dollars coming into the country, the government initiated a major tax overhaul, and this was done actually in 2007. And what they did was they had all these 6 different taxes all across Guyana, so they eliminated all these taxes and implemented a single flat tax, which I like. So everything's much easier, okay? I like the flat tax idea. English is the main language in Guyana, and it is the only English-speaking country in South America, though many people in neighboring Suriname also speak English. So I think Guyana is on my list of places to go because they speak English, and I don't have to mess up my Spanish there. This is good. Now let's talk about my favorite subject, which is food and Guyanan cuisine, ladies and gentlemen. Guyanese cuisine is similar to the rest of Anglo-Caribbean, like Trinidad. So it's kind of a copy of Trinidad food. The food is diverse and includes dishes such as dal bhat, curry, roti, and cook-up rice, which is the local variation of the Anglo-Caribbean rice and peas, which sounds absolutely delicious. The one-pot meal, while not the national dish, is one of the most cooked dishes, so it's the most popular. And curry is also widely popular in Guyana, and most types of meat can be curried, like chicken, seafood, goat, lamb, even duck. Quack, quack. How about that? Curried duck. I got to try that. Now there's Caribbean ground provisions, okay, colloquially known as provisions, and it's part of the staple diet in Guyana, and includes cassava, sweet potatoes, and eddos. Now I don't know what eddos are, but it sounds good. There is an abundance of fresh fruits, obviously, and vegetables and seafood on the coast, and most individuals use fresh fruits to make their own beverages. And Karina does the same thing in Colombia, in Bogota. And these are called, in Guyana, the local drink, which are made from readily available fruits or other parts of plants. Can you imagine that? Plants. Popular homemade drinks are like lime wash, which is like a lemonade, pink drink from pineapple, malby made from the bark of a tree, wow, sorrel drink made from hibiscus, and ginger beer made from ginger root. And also, don't forget, peanut punch. Boom! Fresh fish and seafood are an integral part of the Guyanese diet, especially in the rural areas and the small villages along the coast, which you can imagine the fishing on the coast. Popular fish types include gilbaca, butterfish, tilapia, catfish, and hassa. Now I don't know what hassa is. I've never heard of hassa till today. So very, very cool. And then they also like to eat the crab soups with okra from the Berbice coastal region, and they kind of resemble Louisiana Creole soups like gumbo. Okay, but now let's talk about K-1 visas in the U.S. Embassy in Guyana. Good info coming up here, guys. In fiscal year 2022, the U.S. State Department authorized the U.S. Embassy in Guyana to approve 356 K-1 visas for the beautiful people of Guyana. Okay, 356. That's a lot. The address to the U.S. Embassy, okay, is right here. This is the embassy, boom, in that square, to the U.S. Embassy in Georgetown. And if you need to call the embassy, the phone number is right here, okay? I don't have an email address for these folks, unfortunately. And if you are a first-time applicant, okay, the U.S. Embassy is committed to safety and efficiently reintroducing appointments for a full range of non-immigrant visas, including tourist and business, and K-1s and spousal visas. Now, the embassy is working, and they're open, and they're processing K-1 visas. The U.S. Embassy recommends and encourage applicants to plan in advance, and you can review appointment times using the wait time tool right here. So this is this website right here. Go here, and this is where you can check out the wait times for the U.S. Embassy in Guyana for a face-to-face interview. And I also urge you guys, if you're a beneficiary in Guyana watching this video, go to this website here. This is the website where you can study up on the U.S. Embassy in Guyana and, you know, some of the protocols and things that you are required to do to get your visa put in your passport. Okay? Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Soon you're going to be on an aeroplane flying to the United States of America from all around the world. We can't wait to see you get here and start your lives with your American citizen sponsor. We look forward to that day just as much as you do. And we are here for you. Don't forget, I do the live stream with Diego, K1 Visa, chat, etc. on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 5 p.m. See you then.
I'll be back.